Welcome back to the Animated Arcade. I'm John.
Hello, I am Aaron. Just waking up from a nice, lovely nap.
I could believe that. And this is, once again, as always and forever, a video game cartoon podcast where we watch, review, riff on, and share trivia about video game cartoons. And guess what? We're still watching Mario. What's that?
Are we still watching Mario?
We are still watching Mario.
Are you watching Mario?
I've been watching Mario since
89?
89, probably, in some form or another. But it's episode, 47 of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show?
Oh yeah, episode 47. Game show host.
Yeah. The live action segment is Game Show Host, and the cartoon is The Great Gold Coin Rush. Both originally aired November 7th, 1989. If you want to watch these episodes that we're watching and talking about today, you can do it legally on the Wild Brain Superheroes YouTube channel.
Illegally by pirating it.
Yeah, you can do that. Amazon Prime.
Encircle video app.
Yeah, if it's working. You can get it on DVD, but the modern DVDs don't have the live action segments, and the old DVDs are a little hard to come by.
You know, you can probably buy it in syndication.
I think you can. We got that Wild Brain channel in Canada that airs it. Or, no, last time we checked, they were still only airing Mario 3, I think. Probably because that one, they don't want to deal with the live action segments.
Yes.
They just have to deal with Milli Vanilli. But, before Aaron runs out of juice, we're going to get hooked on the brothers.
I'm always hooked on the brothers.
Mario Brothers and plumbing's a
Game.
We're not like the others. You get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others. You'll be hooked on the brothers.
Hooked on the brothers.
Hooked on the brothers.
Yo.
Yo.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, it is. So, Game Show Host.
You see, it's this episode is airing in November, and it's cold in New York in November. And what's America's pastime? Game shows.
Yep.
Watching game shows while curled up with your brother in.
It's a universal experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi are huddled under a blanket on the fold-out sofa. Looking at TV, we only see it from the back, and it's...
The jackpot is up to 34 cents. It's really getting up there.
Yeah. And then they realize, all right, they got to put more coal in the furnace, or the other tenants will start complaining, showing, once again, that part of these guys' business is upkeep of the building.
Yes. Including just making sure the furnace has coal in it.
Yeah, apparently a coal-fueled furnace, which it's a return of the puppeted furnace. It gets a lot of play in this episode.
Yes.
They throw in a couple giant chunks of black styrofoam.
Yep. And fake light a match and throw it in.
No, there was the end was lit.
Okay, lit a match and threw it in.
Yeah.
Starting up the furnace.
Yeah, and it acts like it's sneezing.
Yeah. And the temperature gauge on the front of it pops out, hitting Luigi square in the face.
Yeah. Now, who got hit in the face the last time that happened? Was that Mario?
I think so.
Yeah, that wasn't what made him think... that wasn't the Sigmund Fruitcake episode, but he did get whacked with it.
Yeah.
For something.
Oh no, the amount of times they get hit in the head for them to forget something, or be someone else, or be something else, or...
It's true. That it does happen a lot.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's now just permanent damage.
Yeah. Excuse me.
But, so, Luigi is down and out.
Yeah. And when Mario finally gets him back up, he thinks he's a game show host.
Yeah. With the whole voice and everything, and yes, sir, you are a member now. Would you like to choose door 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah. But I do like one thing they did with this is leaning on the fourth wall a bit by anytime Luigi's talking to camera, he's talking to the camera.
Yeah.
That's a good bit.
And we'll find out right after this commercial break.
Yeah.
Cuts to cartoon.
Yeah.
That was good.
And I'm sure on the full version, after that is the, don't go anywhere, paisanos, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Screens that isn't in the Amazon Prime version that we watched.
No.
Yeah, no, it was a good bit. It's like, you see it a lot. And, pardon me, yeah, a little bit of a reset.
Yeah.
And unlike Aaron, I won't keep talking while he's yawning, so we have to keep it in. So we come back from the cartoon.
And Mario's greeting the infamous, the famous, the extravagant game show host of the era and eras before, Jim Lange.
Yeah, he's called him in to help cure Luigi.
And Jim doesn't know how he's going to help.
But he's willing to give it a try.
It's just like that one game show he was in 19 blah, 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 blah,
Jim,
blah.
we don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a recurring thing. He keeps trying to tell stories.
Yeah. So it goes through, and Luigi is going through and saying, I can name that tune in 5 notes. No, I can name that tune in 4 notes.
Yeah, he's having an argument with some imaginary other person.
Himself.
Yeah.
And the cuckoo clock goes and says, then name that tune and shut up.
Yeah, this is the first time in a while we've seen that too. Yeah. The Jim, what's his name? Or who's the puppeteer guy? Oh, the guy who plays Edison.
You see, my mind was going, James Edison. No.
Yeah, I know. I almost said Ed. No, that's Edison. James Murray.
Yes.
Anyway, he's getting a lot of work in this episode.
Yeah, earning his paycheck.
Yeah, but
he took it easy the last episode when the boss came down to visit. And now he's getting punished for it.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy Hayward's on set and suddenly Jim's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, wait, is he still working here? If I see that guy, I'm going to fire him personally. Just like Jean Chalopin. But, anyway, Mr. Lange is trying to talk to Luigi, who's giving him the usual, I'm sorry, you have to buzz in before you can give your answer kind of stuff. And Lange just says, like, this is going to take longer than I thought or something.
It's just like that time. Jim, we don't have time for that.
Yeah. And then the Zelda preview bit.
Yeah.
What was it? He said, I think it was just the standard, well, we wait to see if Jim can help Luigi. Watch these clips from The Legend of Zelda.
And it's definitely trying, Ganon is brainwashing Zelda for marriage.
Yeah. And we keep seeing brief snippets of some sort of steampunk barrel robot.
Yeah.
Now, I remember what it is, but Aaron so far hasn't twigged to having any idea, so that's good.
It's Link.
Yeah, that's the surprise.
Oh.
But that's really it. It shows some clips of Link fighting some Stalfos. That's really the only new material.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. Except his Foley is a little, not Foley, but, your grunting or whatever. It's a little, yeah, when he's jumping around.
Yeah.
Now, who's to say that in the final episode it won't sound a little better? We've seen earlier cuts of stuff in these previews. Sometimes they don't have a zip pan and they just have the word zip. So, it might be better. But now we'll be listening for him to go, yeah, when he does a landing.
Yeah.
He's no Kevin Conroy. We cut back from the Zelda preview.
And Jim has an idea. It's just like that time. Or just like the game show back. Jim, we don't have time for that. But Jim points out to Luigi that the grand prize furnace is out, and you can't have that. And Luigi's like, yeah, we have to do that. I'm like, you're absolutely right, contestant. Goes, lights it. Same thing happens. Furnace sneezes, hits Luigi in the head, fixes him.
Yeah. He wakes up saying, I smell pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot early at the beginning when Luigi first got knocked out, Mario revives him with a sock out of a shoe that's just sitting on the ground.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I only remember it because I was going to say, and he didn't even have to use the sock this time. But that's because Jim Lange was, gently stage clapping him on the side of the face. Yeah. And because he wakes up, he says, Jim Lange, I can't believe it. I got slapped by Jim Lange.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
They do one of the exit things from one of Jim Lange's game shows.
Yeah, it's an exaggerated blowing a kiss to the audience.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Jim Lange's arm whacks Luigi again.
Yeah, making him into a game show host again.
And, yeah.
They do the Mario, and Luigi is forever a game show host.
Game show host.
Gamehurst.
I thought it would have been funny, and it wouldn't have made sense because it's never led into it directly. I thought Jim Lange was going to lead them off into, we say goodbye at this race, and they go, until next time, everybody, do the Mario.
So did I.
That would have been amazing. But I get it. Because the do the Mario shot is always specially framed for them to superimpose the guest star's name.
Yeah.
Or alias. In some cases.
Oh.
Now, that's not just Andy Hayward, like Elvira as herself, that kind of thing. But yeah. So, that was Game Show Host.
I hate it.
Really?
No, it was actually really funny. It was good setup. It feels like these ones are, near the end, are getting better and better while the cartoon's getting worse and worse.
It does.
It was well set up right off the bat. Good puppeteering.
Yes. That's some episodes have all this puppeteering and some have nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, does that mean they did all the puppeting ones in one stretch?
No, because he's credited for all 65.
Who?
James Murray.
Yeah, but I mean, he could also be just the guy who hits the light switch or opens the door. But you're right. But I mean, like, almost every episode has one bit, but some of them can be really heavy. Like, is it going to be the screaming scarecrow, or the legs on dowels, or the puppeted stairs, or the ratigator? Yeah. There's always something. Light squeak as I adjust my chair here. But no, yeah, I agree. I think this was a stronger one. Middle third, but in the upper area.
Yeah.
Jim Lange does a good job. He knows he's doing a celebrity walk-on bit.
Yes.
So he's playing himself.
And he's doing it like he's putting his full chest forward.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a guy he's used to playing for an audience, even if there's no one there.
Yeah.
And he does pretty good.
Danny Wells does a fantastic job.
Yeah, Wells is always the one you want to do these brainwash stories. They did it for Mario once, and he just acted like he was a chicken.
As well as...
or Sheriff's Poochie.
Yeah.
And I mean, he put his whole back into that one. But I mean, Wells, he commits to the bit enough to do film everything for the backwards eating pancakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he's a sport. So, Jim Lange.
Yes, Jim Lange. So, what do you want to know about him? Who he was married to, what his first show was, what his different game shows were.
Mostly the game shows, I think, is the most relevant, but whatever you think is best.
Well, let's start with... he was active right up until 2005.
I was gonna say. Sorry, it's a bit late, people. You're gonna hear some yawns. I can't cut all of them.
Yeah. He started off appearing on a kids show Appearing as a host on a kids show. Captain 11 on WMIN TV. It's now Care, spelt with a K.
Captain 11?
Yeah, Captain 11.
Maybe because it was like Channel 11.
Maybe. Alright, so some of his game shows are $100,000, Name That Tune.
Yeah, that makes sense. Luigi was referencing that.
$1 Million Chance of a Lifetime.
Presumably that was the 34 cents on the TV.
Hollywood Connections.
No idea.
The Newlywed Game.
I'm more familiar with the other guy who hosted it. My mom used to watch a lot of reruns of that on the Game Show Network. Bob Eubanks was the guy.
Gotcha. Spin-off. And Give and Take. He's also had a few appearances as himself.
Oh, yeah?
Including The Super Show.
Uh-huh.
But also Bewitched.
Sure.
Laverne and Shirley. Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
That keeps coming up for me.
Mosha.
Yeah, not familiar.
He also did Celebrity Scrabble and Hollywood Squares.
Oh, good.
So he did pass away in 2014 of a heart attack. He was 81.
Oh, that's a good run.
He was married twice. The first one was to Faye Madigan from 53 to 75. So before he became active to slightly after. And then afterwards, he...
So I was just thinking, you didn't tell me who Andy Hayward was married to.
I didn't care.
Oh, that must be it.
But he ended up marrying Nancy Fleming. Do you know who she is?
I think I read she was a Miss America.
Yes. When did you read that?
I don't know, like 10 minutes ago.
Oh. Yes, she was Miss America. How did you know that? Why were you reading that?
I was just curious.
Okay. So, she is still alive. She has 2 children from a previous marriage, and Jim has 3 from his first marriage. So they raised 5 kids together.
Okay. Good for them.
Yeah. A good upper middle third.
Class family. No, yeah. Okay, well, good. I think Jim Lange did a good job as a guest, a walk-on guy. He knew what he was there for.
Yeah.
Like Norman Fell's second episode. Or Stephen Horowitz.
Yeah.
Or was it David?
I think it was David.
I think it was David. But, they know they're going on because the parents of the kids watching the show will know who they are. So if they do a couple of their gimmicks, that's good enough.
I rank him just below Howard Stevens up here.
Well, maybe if you told me who Howard Stevens was married to. But
fine.
Speaking of doing a couple of our gimmicks, if you're enjoying the show so far, throw us a like on the YouTube version. And subscribe, because there's a new podcast every 2 weeks.
If you don't subscribe, you go to hell before you die.
It's true.
Oh.
Just talk to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers. Also, you can follow the show on your podcast catcher of choice. And if you do, give us a rating, whatever the highest one is. And leave a review. If we get a review, we'll read it. For what that's worth.
If we get a comment, we'll read it if it's worth it.
That's true. Unless this is an episode where we didn't have time to do a mailbag. It happens.
Or if it's a comment from Andy Hayward's wife, Evelyn Hayward.
Oh.
Then we are probably going into hiding.
Yeah.
Anyone have a good contact number for witness protection?
Yeah. It's 1-800-HOOKED on the Brothers.
Now, Evil Koopa and his troopers are up to misbehaving. They kidnapped the Princess Mushroom Land needs saving. Abusing and confusing, everybody discovers they can't help but be hooked on the brothers.
Trouble.
All right. The Great Gold Coin Rush. It's a Gold Rush episode. We were fairly right.
Yes.
On our suppositions. You need a sec?
Yep.
Okay. No sweat.
Okay, I'm good.
All right.
Need a sec?
I might. Okay, so the crew are in what Mario just refers to as the Wild Wild West.
The Wild Wild what?
That's it. That's the one. And they're on a stagecoach being pulled by Ostros, and they're already being chased by Koopa.
What's his name?
Klaimjump Koopa, which will make sense pretty soon. But Koopa and a bunch of Sniffets are just firing repeatedly and at length at the wagon that the Marios are in. Mario does his best to shoot back, but he gets jumped by a Sniffet that climbs on the side of the stagecoach.
Yeah.
It's cowboy time. But everything's going okay. They're managing to shake them until one lucky shot from Koopa cuts the reins off the Ostros out of Luigi's hands. He's left holding just a few straps. And the Ostros take one path and the wagon takes the other towards a cliff.
Yes.
And then Toad has a good line. He says, and the real sad thing is we paid for round-trip tickets. That's the voice I've had to settle on for Toad because I can't do the gravelly bit.
No.
No, exactly.
Okay.
The real sad thing is we paid for round-trip tickets.
The real sad thing is we paid for round-trip tickets.
Round-trip tickets. So, Mario does try to apply the brakes, and it works for a bit until the wheels fall off.
And they got no brakes no more.
Yeah.
They also got no wheels, which means they should come to almost a screeching stop, but, you know.
Well, momentum carries them over the ravine, and they slide down, and by the time they hit bottom, there is nothing left of their wagon.
Yeah.
But there is a cave entrance, so they run in there.
A pipe entrance.
Yeah. It's a little weird. I guess some kind of drain for what we learn is a mine.
Yeah.
And Koopa, being the good sport that he is, just chucks a bomb into the shaft after them. Yeah. It's not a well. And blows the entrance and figures, well, if the blast didn't get them, they're probably stuck in there, so that's the last I'll see of those drain blame fight twerps, or whatever he says.
Yeah. You know, not checking to see whether or not.
Yeah, but he'd have to dig his way in to do that. That is not Koopa's style.
No.
At least he threw the bomb in after them.
Yeah.
But we have a brief interlude of all the characters being animated with just their eyes, which is always a good bit.
Which brings me back to, like, one of my first memories ever of that just being what I remember is a cartoon of just the eyes, and I'm almost thinking it's this one.
It could have been. I mean, lots of cartoons do that.
But this one felt oddly, creepily familiar when I saw it. It's like, is this it?
But you don't remember anything else about that?
I just remember, like, that was, like, my first memory. It's the memory I look at, back at, and I'm like, that's what I remember.
Okay.
As my first memory. Do you have a memory where you think it's your first memory?
You mean like my first memory?
Yeah.
Maybe, but I'd have to sit and think about it.
This is very clearly my first memory. The first thing that I can ever recall
is a tired old animation trope.
Yeah.
See, some people's destinies are set at the moment of birth.
Some are birthed 3 years after birth.
It's true. So, but they do the bit with the eyes. Insert that clip from that Strong Bad email here.
Whoa, where are we? I suddenly feel so easy to animate. Oh, don't know, man, but we gotta stay edgy. We can't let this deep, dark hole get us down in a deep, dark hole. Here, let me kick you. That's a classic Shanana move. What? Ah! Oh, jeez, Lucy, hold still. Ow, my eye! Oh, just kidding. It's a ping pong ball.
And then Toad mentions that he sees a light at the end, so they decide they might as well follow it. I think it's the princess says it might lead to a way out, and Toad says, yeah, or it might lead to more trouble.
Yeah.
And of course, Aaron and I were both making jokes about, no, they're just following the light after they got bombed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know, if I see a light after I just saw a bomb, I'm assuming that I'm dead.
Yeah. So, turns out, it's a giant cavern full of gold coins, which apparently we learn are mined from the earth as gold coins.
Yes.
You know, that's just, they find them, like, they find deposits of gold coins that rain out of the walls. That's a little later, but...
Pressed, already pre-pressed with Princess Toadstool's face on it.
That would be hilarious.
Oh. It's divine right.
Yeah. She's Princess Peach Toadstool the 17th.
Yeah.
And they all look the same.
Oh.
It's like Zelda. Only not.
Yeah.
But Toad is quick to start lining his pockets, and fair enough, there's like a mountain of it. And that's all swell and good, but the best part is there's a couple of shovels there, so Mario and Luigi can...
tunnel upwards with no animation.
Yeah, they just kind of flail the shovels, and the tunnel they're in gets
Longer.
pulled forward, yeah.
Their feet aren't moving. It's just their arms.
Yeah, and I'm sure Aaron was thinking it. I immediately went, no, dig up, stupid.
Yeah.
Insert that clip. If I'm feeling up to it.
Which you aren't.
We'll see. I don't mean now, obviously. Yeah, that's what's on the fourth button, is Homer Simpson saying, no, dig up, stupid. Or whoever said that.
Yeah.
But the Mario crew end up in the middle of a town square. What did they say the town was actually called? You only heard it once or twice.
Oh, no, Prospector Bay.
No. Although there is going to be a prospector there.
Yeah.
The Great Gold Coin Rush. The town is called Lonesome Mushroom. And they run into an elderly guy named Calamity Clam. And he is a prospector with that voice. With the in the... No, wait, that wasn't... That's better.
Yeah.
High, you gotta hit that high bit. But he's the town sheriff. And the town everything else. He's the only resident.
Yeah.
He wears a lot of hats, but that's okay because he owns the hat store. Which is a funny bit.
Yeah.
And you see the hat store on the street, along with a sign that in some shots just has the word ass on it.
But it actually is...
Talking through your hand.
Sorry. It actually is an assay.
Yeah.
Which is where you take your medals to be tested.
Mm-hmm. And that's perfect. Toad wants one because he wants to check and see if those coins are genuine.
Yeah.
And they are. And the minute they're found to be genuine gold, there's a crowd of mushroom people outside the window. A couple of people here just saying stuff like, gold? Did he say gold?
Yeah.
And these mushrooms are not the hideous caricatures we've seen lately. These are just the actual regular model mushroom people.
Yeah. Mayor Fettuccine is nowhere to be seen because he was voted out for Calamity Clam.
Yeah. But the guy who's particularly upset about stuff, he's there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be so noticeable, but he always has that expression.
Why am I even here?
Yeah.
The Marios are here. I should be somewhere on the other side of the kingdom.
Yeah.
This will not end well for me. You know,
I wonder if Boo Cinema is open.
the Switch 2 just came out at time of recording.
Yeah, we've been playing some Mario Kart World. It's a lot of fun.
I think we have one more circuit to do before we get Rainbow Road, so...
Yeah. But, so the town instantly booms. Everyone's digging gold just in the middle of the street. And, of course, Klaimjump Koopa immediately shows up with his gang to take over everything.
Is that a TARDIS on the Roku?
Yes. Yes, it is. Once again, we're being lit by the purple glow of the Roku screensaver because the fluorescent lights in Aaron's basement are a little too obnoxious to quietly remove from the recording. And, yeah. Oh, there's Roku City Hall.
Yeah. Oh, and the subway station.
Oh, yeah. Eat fresh. But
There's a new season of Rick and Morty.
there's always a new season of Rick and Morty. But, so the mushroom people are all captured to toil away in the mine and give all the money to King Koopa. And Mario, Luigi, Calamity Clam, and the princess hightail it because they won't be able to help anyone if they're captured right now. And they immediately sneak back into town.
And it's empty.
And it's empty because all the toads are down in the mine.
It's back to one resident, Calamity Clam.
Yeah.
And he is happy. Like, he's just ready to go back to being a... No, he isn't.
No.
But
So-
could you imagine?
That would be hilarious.
Oh, good. I can go back to wearing all my hats.
Yeah.
And there's still some left in the hat store because those bastard mushroom orphans didn't buy them all.
Yeah. So we get a brief interlude down into the mines, which Koopa throwing up a bomb down a mine shaft that almost wipes out Toad and some other toads. And he comes up, calls him Koopa the Stupa, which we haven't heard in a while because it's terrible and I wish they'd stopped using it.
Yeah.
Tells him to go easy with the bombs. And Koopa says, well, you mushrooms weren't mining fast enough. And Koopa's really starting to go gold crazy. Like, who is the main dwarf in The Hobbit who did succumb to the greed poison?
Dopey?
Yeah, I think it was. Now that you mention it. Although he was a little grumpy later on. But we cut back. The Mario Brothers figure if they had some fire flowers, they could, quote, go super, which is funny because that is how we would say it now. That's a very modern turn of phrase.
Yes.
And they could, take care of Koopa. Luckily, Clam knows where there's a mine full of fire flowers.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So I guess all the Mario things are just mined from the earth that way. Even though we've seen fire flowers grow naturally.
You see, in the Wild Wild West...
The Wild Wild what?
The Wild Wild West...
Huh.
We're talking about Shaft.
I can dig it. Speaking of which, the mushrooms are still being overworked. They've brought what seems to be the last of the gold to Koopa. And he keeps just saying, more, I want more. And he gets dollar signs for eyes in one shot. He has a few different weird eye takes in this one. But I appreciate it. It's just deranged enough that I dig it. And he's like, you mushrooms are in a lot of trouble. Basically, if there's no more mining to be done, he doesn't need them anymore.
Yeah. So he's going to have mushroom stew.
Oh, boy.
John would love it. I would hate it.
But on their way to the Fireflower mine, the crew come across an underground river of some kind of pasta sauce. What was it? What did he say it was?
This did not stick with me.
No?
No. I to be fair, this was a much better episode than the last one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this one a lot more, but it was not... to me, it was not good enough to be super memorable, and it wasn't terrible enough to stick out. Spoilers.
I can kind of dig that. But no, it's a pasta mine. There's a bunch of sauce in the ground that Mario's happy enough to eat. But I mean, he wanted to eat the red sauce sea too. But the princess says, okay, super now, eat later, basically. And they find just a cave of fire flowers. And then Mario does like a faster than a speeding bullet type speech. It's Super Mario and Super Luigi, but I don't remember what it was, and it isn't here, and I'm not going to go back for it. But that's really when the scene of Bowser getting ready to liquidate his workforce takes place, and by that I mean King Koopa, and by liquidate I mean slaughter. But
and by slaughter you mean cook.
Yeah. But then the Marios bust through the wall because apparently this version of Fire Flower Super Mario gives you super strength.
Yeah, it's the mining flower.
Yeah. And they
Not the minor flower, which just makes you slightly lesser.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. So the Mario Brothers get into a scuffle with the Sniffets, and King Koopa grabs the princess and hops into a minecart and zooms away. And so Mario, Luigi, and Toad hop in. The princess is screaming for them to save her, and Mario's like, "Don't be scared, princess." I always love the way Lou Albano says princess.
Yeah.
And then Luigi says, "I'm scared enough for all of us." And he's carrying Toad, and they hop in the minecart to give chase. And this is where the cover song comes in.
Yes.
And the cover song is a cover of Money, and in parentheses, That's What I Want. Originally by Barrett Strong, the cover is most obviously based off the Beatles version.
Money, money, money.
No, not that one.
Must be fun. Oh.
But the one that it is, we'll put a snippet of right here. Special thanks as always to the Super Mario Bros. Super HQ channel on YouTube. Link in the description below for the cover song. And now we'll take a break while Aaron crunches his chip.
In a rich man's world.
Yeah. Money, money, money. The Apprentice. No one likes to talk about that anymore.
No.
All right.
But I hear money does talk.
I've heard that. It also makes the world go round.
No, that was
But it
love.
can't buy happiness.
Yes, it can. Anyone who tells you otherwise has never had enough money to buy happiness.
Yeah, I think there's a paywall there. A literal one. Okay, well, we might keep some of that.
Oh.
All right, so it's a pretty good cover, and I think it...
Ads.
Yeah, thematically, it fits. Not like, we named King Koopa after Alley Oop. Here's the song Alley Oop.
Yeah.
It's about a caveman. No, this is like, Koopa was being as greedy as possible. And now, it wasn't a perfect action song, but I mean, it was mostly just a chase sequence on the minecarts anyway.
And we've had much worse chase scene songs.
We certainly have.
Like that one with the leprechaun.
Oh, Lord. I hadn't thought about that in a while.
Oh.
I don't know. Thriller is still one of the best uses. During the chase, the Marios just about catch up to them, and then their superpowers wear off, but they do manage to snag the princess.
Yeah.
And so Koopa breaks through the barred exit to the mine, and goes one way past a switch. And the princess mentions that if they take the other path, they could get in front of him. And I love this line. It's nice. It's really cold. She says, we can get in front of Koopa and stop him the hard way.
Yeah.
And they just do just that. Somehow they jump track without actually hitting any kind of switch. There isn't even one visible for them to have, like, thrown Toad at or anything. It's the... What's
okay,
that?
Mushroom Buddy. You have to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Well, it's more like they would have thrown him over it and he would have grabbed it as he went. I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
I think they did do something like that in one. But no, it's not like the train level in Star Fox 64. You gotta hit all the switches. This one, they didn't have to hit any. But they do
that was all of them.
Yeah. They do get in front of Koopa, and Mario hits the brakes on the handle that's there and has definitely been there the whole time. You just couldn't see it from any previous angle.
Including the angle that showed exactly where it should be.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a callback to Mario hitting the brakes on the stagecoach at the beginning. There's some good structure in this one.
Yes.
You know, this was written by people who know what they're doing. We'll get back to that. But...
David Horowitz?
Yeah. He knows a thing or two about being held hostage.
That is in poor taste.
Yeah. But it's true. Okay, so... They hit the brakes. Koopa goes flying, and this is actually pretty hilariously brutal. He lands hard on a cactus, like bends it down to the ground while he lands on it, obviously impaling himself a bunch. Then the cactus springs him back into the air and sends him flying. And Toad says, oh, that's going to be a hard landing wherever it is, or whatever he says. And then you hear like a pfft type sound.
Well, thank you for watching the Animated Arcade. This is our final episode. King Koopa is dead.
No, but yeah, and then there's actually a really funny ending joke for once.
Yeah.
It's not super lame. Mario says, now the mushroom people get the mine, and King Koopa gets the shaft.
There is no well.
What?
I'm making a callback to, like, episode 2?
I already made that callback.
I'm making it again.
This is like when they're locked in the freezer in the second episode of the Clerks cartoon.
Oof, it's hot cold.
Move around. Make more Star Wars references. It helps us stay warm.
Man, it's cold in here. Like that planet Hoth in Empire.
We've already made that Star Wars reference.
If we had a lightsaber, I could snick, snick, snick. Whoa, Jedi! Slice up Tubby here, and we could crawl inside him and stay warm for the night.
Those guys were so good at doing cartoon voices, and none of them had done it before. So yeah, that was a great ending line to a pretty good Mario cartoon. At least I thought.
Yes.
You said you had a little more trouble catching it.
I found that it... I don't know, I think I was just thrown off by the core memory.
Maybe that's it. You were pondering that for the whole back half?
I think so, because it's like, okay. Ass.
Yeah, there is that too. Yeah, you know that had to be on purpose. They framed it. They did show the sign, the assay sign, in full first.
Yes.
But then there's just a few seconds of Calamity Clam standing there with just the word ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, somebody's just having fun. They just wanted to see if they could.
And they did.
Yeah, and to see if anyone... Will Andy Hayward think it's worth sending the animation back for a retake? The answer is no. I've watched Inspector Gadget. I know how low the threshold is.
Yeah, I've seen what he acts like in person.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like this one. I think talking about it is like elevated a little bit. It's one of those.
Yeah.
So we'll get into the cast. Lou Albano as Mario, Danny Wells as Luigi, Jeannie Elias as Princess Toadstool, John Stalker as Toad, and Guy Number 1.
Ooh, that's the one who said, there's gold in these here hills.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the people mumbling outside the window. And then Harvey Atkin as Klaimjump Koopa, guy number 2, and the Sniffets, which only one of them I think has a, the Mario Brothers are getting away kind of line.
Who played Cloudy Clam?
That I'm 99% sure that was Harvey Atkin, and that's why I didn't even put it on the list. Let me double check, but I mean, it is. It's, yeah. Yeah, because that's how I knew how to spell Calamity Clam. Yeah, Harvey Atkin. It's one of those more standard Harvey Atkin voice, like the one that sounds like Sam from Sam and Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only, with a little bit of which is, we could all use a little bit of that once in a while.
Oh, just listen back to episode 44.
So, writers, it's J. Larry Carroll and David Bennett Karen again, who previously wrote Rolling Down the River, Brooklyn Bound, Do You Princess Toadstool Take This Koopa, and 20,000 Koopas Under the Sea. So I'd call that a pretty strong track record. We liked most of those.
Yeah.
And they've got at least, I think they've got a couple more. I think we're at 5 out of their 7 now. I think they have the longest list, but I haven't looked at the list fully. And that's only if we're counting the Super Show. Some of them wrote like 3 in World later. Lore or filler?
Filler.
Yeah, it's filler. Not the trash, but at least it was a step up. It didn't have the, we're coming to town to find somebody. They were just coming to town. Do you remember why they were in town?
Reasons.
That's it, just reasons.
Yeah.
They had to find that sign that said ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it starts with either the princess already kidnapped or them already being chased or whatever. Ratings.
Ooh,
Got you first if you got one.
I'm gonna give it 6 eyes in blackness. In darkness. 6 eyes in darkness.
Okay, out of 10.
Yeah.
And I think I would give this... it really clicked with me. I'd give it like a 7.5. I'd give it a 7.5 exploding mine shafts.
Well, well, well.
Oh, I get it. Like a well. Did any animation errors stick out for you?
For a while it became very easy for them to animate.
Yeah. Insert that. No, I already did, knowing me. Yeah, I was briefly looking at the list. It's just stuff like the plumes on the Ostros disappear sometimes, or Princess Toadstool isn't in a shot where she should be, or the Sniffets masks turn blue once in a while.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Nothing, not nearly as blatant or hilarious as the voice swaps last time.
No.
Those are always the ones you really latch on to. Hey, just putting a little drop in here to let you know that it was hot as heck when we recorded our mailbag, and Aaron had his window open. So you're going to hear the horrible sounds of laughing children and passing traffic in the background of this one, and it would have taken way too long to edit out. It's letter time, hey. Time for another mailbag. We've got comments, we've got emails, and we're short on time. Let's get to it.
All right. So, where to start? Man, we really should have prepared beforehand.
Yeah.
If only someone pulled up a comment from like 85 Disco Coals on episode 45, which was, the Triforce is his best friend.
That was a good one.
And this is a question. Next Comic-Con, John and Aaron attend in-show accurate cosplay. Who's wearing who? John Sleaze knows.
Oh, yeah. Especially princesses. Also, I'm pretty sure that was a haiku.
I think the next one's a haiku.
Oh, was it? That's what I get for skipping ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I assumed he meant show-accurate costumes as in the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, but it was on a Zelda episode.
Sure. But with the live-action bookends starring the Mario Brothers.
All right.
But yeah,
I
no,
will, of course,
can do
be Mr. Deke himself.
Andy Hayward.
Yes.
Very good. The problem with cosplaying with you now is that you refuse to shave your beard.
Yeah. So,
Like it won't grow back or something.
I mean, it will, but there's going to be that patchy era, as well as the issue with I'm known for it, and it's easily recognizable. If I shave it, half my clients won't know who I am anymore.
Well, print yourself out a t-shirt with a picture of you with the beard on it.
Yeah, but then they're just going to be like, oh, what happened with Aaron? Is he dead?
Yeah, is that a tribute?
Yeah.
It's just like Bubs all the time wears. A picture of himself on himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cole also left a comment on Spotify.
Was this the haiku?
Ringing salad bowls. Canada Day is ruined for lack. Aaron shouts my mail.
Okay, yeah, that's the haiku.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we skipped Canada Day.
Yes. And it ruined
No
it.
regrets. Yeah.
And then we have 2 comments on the YouTube version of episode 46.
Okay.
Mike KZ4489 commented, I get to see Luigi milking a giant udder on my new car's multimedia screen. I could change it, of course, but it's a good thumbnail image. Well drawn, with no animation errors in Luigi's coloring.
Yeah, they knew it was the money shot.
Oh.
But yeah, no, actually, Mike KZ, he's been following the show on the various socials and interacting, so if you're listening, hi, we appreciate it.
Yes. Feel free to send us more.
Yeah, and as I did comment back to him, or her, I'm assuming him because it's Mike, it was a choice between that or the one that I replied to you with on Blue Sky, where it's the Cowosaurus's face just into the left frame. But Aaron decided that the milking was better. And I agreed with him.
Yeah. When you have a choice, milk it. Linola Cola also commented, unstoned and mushrooms in the same sentence is cursed. Yes, that's why we did it.
Yeah, cursed to go to hell before you die, because the Mario Brothers are doing mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good PSA. It made sure that I never did drugs. And I didn't even watch that PSA.
Yeah, it's got such great legs.
Yeah.
And every few years or so before we did this, it would just come up. I remember it was in like a Screw Attack Top 10 or something, and it was in a Pizza Party podcast, which is one of my main influences for my editing style.
Yes.
And it was, well, you know, we saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was actually in a Rebel Taxi video too. And then it was in JonTron when he was transitioning away from video game stuff into whatever the hell he does now. Watched a bunch of PSAs, and that was one of them. So it's like every 4 or 5 years that would come back. I think I just heard it referenced on the Easy Allies podcast like 2 weeks ago.
Are we talking about JonTron switching to reviewing everything but video games, or being arrogantly ignorant?
No, the first one, because the second one happened before that.
Oh, right. Sorry, I got my timelines crossed.
Basically to when he transitioned to just being in that one weird apartment set with the Game Boy fridge. And he did, he did the reaction video for PSAs. He did the reaction video for workplace safety stuff.
For Gwyneth Paltrow's health stuff.
I think, that it transitioned towards that, the Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Still some pretty funny content, but I really miss the video game stuff.
So do I.
Because in terms of YouTubers who did or said dumb crap, I find him lower on the list than some of the more egregious of those old Normal Boots guys.
Yes.
So, but anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. I just think it's funny how that might be one of the most well-remembered parts of this whole Lou Albano as Mario saga.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if we could make any content out of it, but one of these days we should just watch. There's a compilation of a whole bunch of his other PSAs he did, like don't hold stolen merchandise that your friends give you, don't run with scissors, that kind of stuff.
We should watch Lou Albano's wrestling highlights at some point.
We could do that too. That might be a good lead into when we finally get to Captain Lou is Missing, which I think is going to be episode 64. I don't remember.
Which I
we'll
think
know it when we see it.
Is the episode right after a really famous parody episode.
Oh, okay. Well, we won't spoil it too much, but yeah. Because it was also like the second time they showed Tutti Frutti is in episode 65, I think, the final Zelda.
Oh, yeah. We are quickly running out of cover songs.
Yes, we are. I think you said we only have like 2?
I think this one, the next 2, and then one more after that, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Well,
3-ish. But don't worry, people. We have an idea. It's terrible, and you're going to hate it.
Aaron had an idea.
So if it's terrible, blame John for not kiboshing it. He didn't use his veto on it. He actually agreed with me.
I was going to say I didn't use my executive veto on it. I use it so rarely that I should have a couple good ones in me, too.
Yeah.
That's an uh-oh hot dog, I think. But anyway, you want to get into the emails?
Sure, let's start off with another one from Cole.
Do you want to... Yeah, I was going to say, you do the one from Cole and I'll do the Dr. Derps?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this one is called Ron Perlman would be turning in his grave if he were dead.
Oh, yeah, because Ron Perlman was in Quest for Fire.
I have, for a very long time, been deeply fascinated by prehistory, the Mesolithic and the Neolithic epoch of humanity hold in it a deep well of fascination for me. From the earliest forms of tool usage and development of complex language to the begrudgingly religions with their mythologies and oral trend. Let's try that again. And oral traditions. Practiced.
That's an uh-oh hot dog.
Practices that would eventually develop into the most ancient of our human traditions and be marked out in verse and art that exists to this day. There are so many mysteries that will never be answered to our satisfaction, such as, what happened to the Neanderthal? Did human hunting actually wipe out the megafauna? And more such questions. So when I saw the next episode of the Super Mario Super Show was doing their take on the classic caveman adventure movie, Quest for Fire, I was genuinely interested to see how it would go. It didn't go well at all. 2 out of 10. Probably one of the worst movie parodies ever committed to the Super Show. The Flintstones were able to make 166 episodes based on Caveman Pastiche?
Pastiche.
Caveman Pastiche. Yet somehow, Super Mario Super Show could hardly lay a caveman-themed turd successfully. Sincerely, the Cole who rocks.
Oh, rock. Like a caveman.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't disagree. Quest for Pizza was a pretty weak one, in our opinion.
Probably one of, not the weakest, because it didn't put King Koopa in a diaper.
No, that's sort of the real low bar.
Yeah.
It put him in a loincloth, but that's like, that's different.
Yeah.
But, and also, we're in that line where it's like, it's not a parody of Quest for Fire. I think it's a parody of the title, Quest for Fire. And that's it. Having only seen Quest for Fire once in my life, I don't remember too much.
Add it to the list of rewatches that we have to do after the show is over for more content.
Yeah, some of these episodes, you can tell they started with the title.
Yeah.
Like 20,000 Koopas Under the Sea. They pick that, and then they're like, okay, now how do we do like a boat or underwater thing to it?
Yeah. Almost all of them, it feels like they started with the title.
I think that's a fair guess, except for maybe some of those ones that we actually put into lore. And I mean, even then, it's like, okay, I think they started with the premise of Koopa trying to marry the princess, and not the title, Do You, Princess Toadstool, Take This Koopa?
Yeah.
But I think you're right for the vast majority of them. I mean, we still haven't seen Star Koopa, but, that might be more of a, we decided to do Star Wars, and this was the best title we could come up with.
Yeah.
The pendulum swingeth.
Because the Koopa Wars just sounds too great.
Yeah.
Especially for this show.
Yeah, that's what happens between the Mario show and the Mario 3 show. The Great Koopa Wars.
Oh, not caught on screen anywhere.
The Mushroom Kingdom thought they were safe from the evil King Koopa. That's something else we're still working on. Actually, this is as good a spot as any to make an early overture. If anyone listening has any opinions on whether you'd like us to continue straight to Mario 3 or branch off to something else in between the two, just let us know what you think. We haven't decided one way or the other yet. We've still got about a year of Super Show out of us, too.
Yeah. And give suggestions on video game cartoons that you might want us to review.
Yeah.
Like, if you want us to review the Pitfall cartoon.
There was a Pitfall cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because I know we were toying with some of the bigger hitters like Mortal Kombat, Defenders of the Realm, Street Fighter. Maybe not the Mega Man cartoon, at least not for a while.
No.
Captain N is out. That is not happening for a long time.
Yeah.
But anyway, if anyone cares enough to have an opinion about it, let us know. If you just prefer to have us passively wash over you, then we'll continue to do that.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Cole, for the email. Erudite as always. And we got a couple from Dr. Derp, so let's get right to it.
Yes, let us.
First one. Excuse me. The Quest for Pizza / The Painting, or No Time for Research, Dorothy Ann.
Wait.
That's a Magic School Bus.
Yes, the one that starts with Greetings, John and Aaron?
Greetings, John and Aaron. That dramatic music sting means it's time once again to check on the brothers. Here we go. Thoughts on The Painting. It's rare for a rapper to have literally nothing going on before the cartoon, but this really isn't anything until the guest star shows up after the cartoon. And the guest star is Patrick Bateman? Sure, I can use a lesson on why invisible touch is better than selling England by the pound, so long as I can take my lunch break before he breaks out the poncho and fireman axe. Did they really need Patrick Bateman to explain to them what the second to last supper is? I thought everyone learned about that in kindergarten. I wasn't entirely vibing with it for most of the runtime, but I must say, the punchline of seeing Bruce Campbell sitting next to Jesus made it worth it. I probably would have enjoyed the lecture on Genesis more, though. Okay, so he's taking the piss, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the quest for pizza? Oh shoot, Mouser is a motherfucking T-Rex now. Not Luthor, Lex. Good on Toad to save the day with his According to My Research book from the Magic School Bus. Something about this tune is so stupid that I can't help but find the whole thing delightful. Much like with the Koopas are coming, this little explanation given to anything that's happening, just like Caveman Koopas, and off we go. Sorry, let me try that again. Much like with the Koopas are coming, there is little explanation given to anything that's happening. It's just Caveman Koopas, and off we go. The animation errors make the whole thing even funnier, as do bizarre Easter eggs like the cave painting of defeated Mario ripped straight out of Donkey Kong. The surprisingly dark A-plot of Mario in a coma is strangely balanced by the insanity on display, as the medicine woman from Whoville urges Luigi to search for Mystic Pizza as prophesized by the cave paintings. Yeah, and this is a few years before Sonic 3 and Knuckles did it. And yet the tune loses steam as it becomes about baking pizza. I don't know, with all the build-up, I was expecting Luigi to have to fetch it from Mount Olympus, a la Prometheus' fire. But nope, he's got to bake it. Yeah, but Hercules would have just given him whatever he needed. Unless he's gone fat again. He relapsed. At least the bit with the saber-toothed squirrel has a nice cartoony energy, and the third act had some good momentum. Yeah, the squirrel bit was okay, except that it didn't really have a resolution. It just chased them to the next segment. Favorite joke? Completely unintentional, but I love hearing Toadstool's voice ask, "What about mashed potatoes?" as it comes out of Luigi's mouth. More intentionally funny would be Toad's quip that Caveman Land really is primitive. Unintentional foreshadowing. The setting of Caveman Land recalls the volcanic World 8s of later Mario games, and the setting of Dinosaur Land and the prehistoric worlds of Mario Odyssey, not to mention the iconic Dino Dino Jungle from Mario Kart. 76 to date.
77.
Updated top 77 to date. That's what I said.
Yes.
Updated top 5? Nope, but these are pretty weird, in a complimentary way, episodes we saw today. Question of the week. What food could you prepare in Caveman Land if you had to? Me? I don't know. Ribs? Ribs sounds good. Yeah, that's very Flintstones. Next time we return to the Wild West and Danny Wells gets to flex. See you then. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, yeah. If you had to do like a thrown together caveman food to save me where I poisoned in prehistoric land, what do you think would be most suitable?
To save you.
Yeah, just for an example. If you had to cobble together... Why would I want to
save you?
Well, that's what makes it an example. It's not necessarily realistic.
Ooh.
It's ironic. We can't just choose pizza, because honestly, that would be up there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think the last time I was down for a recording session might have been the first time I was down and we didn't have pizza in like a year.
Yeah.
And only because we decided to get pupusas instead.
You know what? Caveman tacos.
That's enough.
Caveman taco night, where we have to make the taco shell. We have to make the meat. We have to cut up the tomato that we got from the ravaged garden of wherever.
Yeah.
That
could be good.
We have to make the salsa ourselves. We have to make the guacamole. Our own
We
cream.
have to make it all ourselves. Yes,
Yeah.
that's... But what's the hook? You know, like the acorns for pizza dough. Or milking a giant dinosaur. What's the, say, 2 hooks?
2 hooks.
Yeah.
Has to meet
Caveman land hooks, yeah.
Has to be meat from 2 different mammoth. One mammoth, one mastodon.
That's the same.
Yes, one mastodon, and one saber-toothed tiger. Have to get meat from both of those to grind up.
Okay.
Because you have to
What
have
about
that
the
mixed
pterodactyl, triceratops, Tyrannosaurus, and Dinosaur, Dragonzord? Shit, I ruined it. But so you're one of those half-ground beef, half-ground pork types, obviously.
Well, 3/4, 1/4, but yes.
Yeah, hey, I can dig it. No, but I mean, yeah, like the hook. So you'd have to get the meat from that. That's an approach that the cartoon wouldn't take. Is actually having to
Hunt,
kill, or hunt. Yeah, that's the nicest way to put it. Did they mention anything about any meat on that pizza? I don't remember.
No.
Probably for the best. It's a veggie lover's pizza.
Oh.
Okay.
And for the taco shell.
Yeah.
It is made out of
Soft taco or is it crunchy?
soft.
Okay. They have to get a dinosaur to step on it to flatten the tortilla. Or something like that. Or something like that. Not to step on your moment, so to speak.
Yeah, ooh. It is going to be a shell made out of, so instead of like spinach or a tomato tortilla, it is actually going to be a berry and nut tortilla.
Okay. That could be good.
Or terrible.
And if I were... Yeah. Well, I mean, that pizza looked terrible anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, let's see. Not pizza, not tacos. We'd have to make a caveman. What's another one that could be almost funny but not quite, just like in the show?
Let's see. There's burgers. There's nachos.
That's pretty close to tacos.
It's like a combination of taco pizza.
Yeah. Ooh, spicy pierogi pizza.
Oh, I could go for one of those right now.
I could too.
Meatballs.
Prehistoric Subway.
Pasta. But,
yeah. Well, they tried pasta. Well, okay, we're not retconning the episode. This is for us. I would say, how about... See, I'm trying not to do anything, like, can't use cheese because they did that. I mean, we still would for tacos, but we might be belaboring the point. I think our workshop of your tacos idea is the spirit of the question.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Derp. We'll rejoin you in a moment. Zip. The Great Gold Coin Rush / game show host, or he who wears the crown also wears many other hats. And stands in front of a sign that says ass. Hey, John and Aaron. There be gold in them hills. I'm ready to go prospecting right after I win Double Jeopardy. Let's go. Thoughts on game show host? You know you're in for a good time when the inciting incident is Luigi getting attacked by a puppet. Quite right. Danny Wells is going full game show host and is a great premise carried hard. Sorry, my phone's blurry. I'm sure it's the phone that's blurry, not my failing eyesight. Danny Wells going full game show host is a great premise carried hard by a charismatic performer, but part of me wishes that this went the extra mile. You don't strictly need a more elaborate set, but more non-sequitur behavior from Luigi would be welcome. Perhaps I just have the Phineas and Ferb game show episode on my mind. Whatever the case, there's appropriate enough escalation as the set devolves into dancing spotlights and Luigi starts playing the role of the host and the contestant. And I can never take the puppetry for granted. Other rappers have gone the extra mile for me, but this is comfortably tight. Thoughts on the Great Gold Coin Rush? There's something about the Wild West that just brings out the best from this show. It may be because the genre is varied and historic enough, even in the late 1980s, to have a wellspring of material to work with. Or it may be because the heroes and villains format of the show naturally meshes with Western sensibilities. Whatever the reason, this tune opens strong with an in medias res chase sequence where the premise isn't nearly as overwhelming as tunes featuring George Washington or Ali Koopa. With its dynamic pacing and pleasing animation, nothing about this tune feels stale until we meet the sheriff of the ghost town, who also happens to be the chef and the fireman and the hat store owner. It's a great gag that inexplicably seems to pop up everywhere, from I Love Lucy to Sweet Life on Deck to even Ben 10. I'm not sure why this gag seems to be so popular, but I can't say I'm unhappy whenever it's pulled off. In particular, the way the joke is breezed through here feels charming, economic, and just quick enough to not overstay its welcome. I suppose my favorite use of the gag is still Ben 10, but this is a welcome spin. I must say the premise of a ghost town becoming Boomtown with an opportunist antagonist waiting in the wings is surprisingly compelling. Perhaps it's my own California bias talking, but I'm shocked I haven't seen this premise done in more classic westerns. Is this a parody of a specific western that escaped my radar? I would like to think the California Gold Rush would have inspired more material than just By the Great Horn Spoon and Eric Idle's character from the Dudley Do-Right movie. Maybe I'll better suss out the inspiration once the audio stops inexplicably echoing. It's strange that the Fireflower field looks nothing like Fireflowers. Well, I thought it looked enough like them that I guessed what they were, but I think I was just on the show's level. But otherwise the cartoons... Let me just start that again. It's strange that the Fireflower field looks nothing like the Fireflowers. Looks more like something out of Yoshi's Island, frankly. But otherwise, the cartoon speeds along to a satisfying climax set to the tune of Money, as performed by not John Lennon and friends. I think I see now where Yzma acquired the blueprints for her secret lab coaster. Favorite joke? Not a, quote, funny episode, but the aforementioned hat gag is nice. Koopa's defeat was amusing, and it's hard not to appreciate a closing pun like Koopa gets the shaft. Unintentional foreshadowing? There are plenty of Mario Party minigames inspired by gold mines, as well as the iconic Mario Kart track Wario's Gold Mine. 79 to date. Updated top 5? The Mario tune slips comfortably between the Unzappables and Koopzilla, and slightly edges out Doppelganger, although I'll have to meditate on whether my Zelda grading curve is out of whack or not. Might be a little. Question of the week. Choose between either a game show you think you'd win at, or a killer strategy for mining gold in them California hills. I'm thinking I could do well on either Jeopardy or Press Your Luck. We'll be rocking and a-rolling next time, and hopefully the music will be good too. About that. See you then. Okay, what's a game show you think you'd do really well on?
Or way for mining gold. It was an either or.
It was an either or, so I just was starting. Okay, which one do you want to answer, and what's your answer?
I'm going to go with mining for gold, because when this episode releases, I will be actually in Alaska panning for gold.
Oh, is that part of your cruise?
Yeah, on the Monday. I will be in Juneau, panning for gold, and I feel like my strategy would just be not to do it because too many people went broke looking for gold. I am smarter than that. I'll let the gold come to me.
There you go. Cash for gold.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I hear that there's, like, Aaron buys gold or something like that. I think that's actually a store. Probably.
I'll do the game show thing. All jokes aside.
Yes, it's in Short Park.
Oh, naturally. Close by enough. All joking aside, I've always thought I would do well on Family Feud. I'm usually pretty good at guessing that. And my family, most of them were pretty quick. And, there's always a weak link, but what do you do?
Yeah.
But, and that was before they started gearing the questions for morons. I'm talking about more classic Family Feud. Trying to think, what's a game show? More eccentric one. Ooh, like one of those kids game shows, like Video and Arcade Top 10, which is the Canadian version of like Starcade or whatever.
What about,
it's one of those playing the video games game shows. And that's where I cribbed It's Letter Time from. What were you saying?
What about Uh-Oh?
Uh-Oh. Oh, that was great too. That was
Are you ready to get slimed?
By the Punisher? Not that one. He slimes you with bullets. Yeah, no, for anyone listening who isn't Canadian, which is starting to be more of our audience, there was a game show on, I don't know if it also aired on Nick in the States, because I know they would sometimes import some stuff from us, but it definitely was made for YTV up here, called Uh-Oh, and it was like a trivia thing, but you were in pairs, and your partner would be locked in a tube, and if you got too many questions wrong, they would get dumped on with slime, as was the style at the time. And then at the back third of the show would be like a physical obstacle course with like balloons full of slime and stuff. Yeah. Oh, and it wasn't just slime, but it would be like ground up this and just, or supposedly anyway, just disgusting stuff you'd get dumped on you by this guy in a cross between a gimp suit and an umpire's outfit called the Punisher. And yeah, it was a great game show. I remember really liking it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd do well from it. Though. Well, I remember the Punisher, and I recently looked it up. Like recently, as in a few years ago. I think the host's name is Wink Yahoo.
Yes.
And that's it.
Then there was Slamming Sam and Taryn Aaron.
Those I don't remember.
They were the referees.
Okay.
Quizmaster Patricia.
She was the girl.
Who did the speed round.
Right.
The Slime Master, who hosted the Slime Tour.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Again, I haven't watched Uh-Oh in 20x years.
Yeah.
Since it was airing, basically. I think a bunch of it is on YouTube, though.
The announcer was actually Mr. Voiceman.
Meaning?
Oh,
that's just what they called the announcer?
Yeah, Mr. Voiceman.
Okay. I thought you were setting up for, like, actually, that announcer was this actor you've heard of.
No, the actor was either Dwayne Hill or Mike Nugg. No idea who they are.
No. Just some guys in a sound booth in Toronto. But yeah, okay. I wouldn't do well on Uh-Oh, but I'm glad we had a chance to talk about it anyway. I would still go with, classic Family Feud. Did you ever see on, I think it was TLC or maybe the Family Channel, our Disney Channel, they had a Mad Libs game show?
Yes.
And they would do physical challenges and get like foam blocks with words on it to slot into the Mad Libs.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
It was on Comedy Central.
You sure? They aired
it was on the
children's game show on Comedy Central?
Yes.
Well, it certainly could have been.
And I don't think it was just children's game show. I think there was an adult version as well.
Okay, but the children's one is what I would have watched having been a child at the time. The only grown-up game show I ever watched was Wheel, and you'd sit through Jeopardy to watch Wheel.
Oh, you're right. It was children, 2 teams, 1 red, 1 blue.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised there's an adult one too, but Mad Libs was just really hitting a stride in popularity in like 99.
Yeah.
You get those Mad Libs books at the Scholastic Book Fair?
We should get some Mad Lib's book for our next trip.
There's an idea. You
It's
fill
not
out
a
a
good
Mad
idea.
Libs book to keep your eyes on the road.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. There was one other one I was going to mention. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh.
Because it had a ripping theme song.
Yeah.
And the original Carmen Sandiego theme is great. But Where in Time was my Carmen Sandiego game show. Of course, the actual cartoon was the one I remember the most, but...
Yes.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
Time pipe. Dr. Belljar just stole something from the past. You got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going!
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, bio villains, evil plot, a brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to which frightful place in time. Tell me where in time it's Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the Time Pilot Squadron Leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots.
But I think that's it for mail time. So speaking of time travel, let's go back a few weeks to the episode that you were listening to. All right, if you want to reach out to the show, you can leave a comment on the YouTube version of this episode.
You can email me directly
Yeah, just him.
at ashanahan@expediacruises.com.
You probably don't actually want that out there. Although more people have that email address than listen to this show as it is.
I know. Or you can email John and I at theanimatedarcade@gmail.com.
You can find the show on Twitter X if you're still there. Oh man, I've been hearing lots of I've been listening to podcasts from like 2 years ago, and they're all saying, and you can follow the show on Twitter if it's still there. It's like, now here we are in the future. It's like, yeah, it is still there. It's just a cesspool.
Yeah.
But you can follow the show on that cesspool at Animated Arcade.
Facebook, Blue Sky, TikTok, and in your wildest dreams at The Animated Arcade.
Yeah. And again, leave a review on your podcatcher of choice. We might read that.
If your wildest dream is The Animated Arcade, seek professional help.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be that wild in your dreams.
Ideally not. Okay, prediction time. Then we can get out of this basement while your cats are still not quite finished using the bathroom. The live action segment is Home Radio.
Ooh. They're listening
Luigi
to...
gets hits on the head and thinks he's a DJ.
It's ham radio.
That seems more likely.
They're listening to the Russia Doomsday Channel.
Oh, I have heard that.
It comes on to say, we will be live in 15 minutes.
Boop. And
Cuts to commercial.
Yeah. The cartoon, we're finally there after we've been trying to speed run our way to it inadvertently. Elvin Lives.
It's an Alvin and the Chipmunks parody.
Damn, that would be a left turn. Did Deke do the late 80s, early 90s Chipmunks?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I thought they did. You know, like even at least just the later seasons where the theme song had that bit of guitar in it, and the opening is them getting out of the car and going to those dressing rooms. You know the one. You know, we're the Chipmunks. I feel like that was a Deke show. I feel like I've seen the Deke logo at the back half of that.
I feel like you have... Oh, well.
Is that what you're checking?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, what about the company?
Okay. I would search Alvin and the Chipmunks 1989 rather than Andy Hayward. 6 degrees of Andy Hayward. Yeah. Okay, so the original cartoon was The Alvin Show. And then the next one, oh, here we go, from 83 to 1990, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, here we go. It was done by Murakami Wolf Swenson, which is the guys who did Ninja Turtles, and Deke Enterprises. Okay. Yeah, Murakami Wolf Swenson was their first season in 88, and then Deke took it over for the last few years. Because, I mean, it went on. Oh, and first it was done by Ruby Spears, then for 83 to 87, then Murakami Wolf Swenson, then Deke for its back, 4 years. And that is the one with the theme song. That's the one that was syndicated the most in the 90s that I remember seeing.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the opening is them getting out of the limo and did the dressing rooms. They keep coming out in different outfits.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was Deke, and I remember seeing the Deke logo, and what the hell were we talking about before? Zoobly Zoo?
It all comes back to Zoobly Zoo.
Elvin, not Alvin, lives.
Yes. It's an Alvin and the Chipmunks parody.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with it because it's too obvious.
Oh, and the cover song is going to be the Christmas song. But it won't be recorded at chipmunk speed. Oh. Me, I want a hula hoop. Okay, so Elvis?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Elvis. So, and we already know the cover song is Rock Around the Clock because Aaron was a slow hand on the pause button. Too busy checking his texts. But I can't say I blame you.
No.
But if you do want to blame us for something, that'll have to wait till next time. I'm John.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the Animated Arcade, and the airwaves
are our waves.
So until next time, everybody,
do the Mario.
If I had a lightsaber, I'd be like, shh, shh, what, Jedi? Thanks for listening to the Animated Arcade. Our theme song is After School Keyboard Club by Xennial, sourced from freemusicarchive.org. Our logo and thumbnail art is done by Shell, who you can follow on Instagram at YourMidnightCrafter. The cover songs from the Mario-themed episodes are sourced from the Super Mario Bros. Super HQ channel on YouTube. These links, as well as the music used in our Zelda-themed episodes and all of our social media accounts, are found in the description.